Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. All right, my jingles are getting worse, but welcome back on another Tuesday here at Ho. We're going to do a tarot spread, and I had some really good ones to pick from today. I'm hoarding tarot spreads over at Tarot Spread Layout on Instagram if you're there. Tarot Spread Layout, just hoarding tarot spreads, and I posted 4 of 4 today. I know, but they were good. There was, and we'll maybe do some of these in the future. There was a stop, drop, and check-in one. That was pretty good. The one that I really thought about doing today was blessings coming my way, because we really do need to start looking for the blessings. So maybe next week, or maybe, if you don't want to wait till next week, do it anytime you want. There was also one that I posted that I shouldn't have, but it was so funny I had to. I shouldn't have, because our words are our spells, and I know better than to talk like this, but it was called Single and Ready to Die. And I was like, this is so great. So that one is really funny, and it's at Tarot Spread Layout too if you want to check it out. Okay, but the one we're actually going to do today, because our herb of the week is motherwort, and it's all about this mother vibe. I mean, how can we get away from the motherwort, or the mother vibe with motherwort? It's either like you're the mom, you're mothering things in your life, maybe children, maybe not, but you're still mothering lots of stuff. You have a mother, right? There's a lot of mama going on with motherwort. So I found this spread called Inner Mother Tarot Spread. And I have no idea if I'm saying this right. It's by oephebia.com. oephebia.com. And you spell it like it's said, honey. oephebia.com. oephebia.com. Okay. So, and I hope that I got her right on Instagram. I put in oephebia, and the only one that came up with her website, oephebia_psychic_tarot. So I have linked to her in both of my Instagrams. All right, so do you want to pull this with me? It's a 6-card spread. We don't have to stay forever on each card if you don't want to. I know anything more than a 3-card spread, I'm always like, do you even want to? Do we even want to? Because I have some really good ones, but it's so many cards, All right, let me tell you what the cards mean. You'll have to look at the picture, but it's one. Okay, so basically let's just do 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom, okay? So number 1 is the bottom middle, and number 2's the top. It's kind of she kind of has a heart behind, it's kind of a heartish shape, a little bit. Okay, number 1 is my idea of motherhood. Then up at the top, the North Star says shadow side of motherhood. What do I need to avoid? Okay, then we're going bottom left for number 3. This says, how can I release the energy of my inner mother? How can I release the energy of my inner mother? Now we hop over to bottom right for number 4. How can I tap into my creative powers? We could just get a little pat on the back with that. Then we go across now to top left for number 5. How can I nurture others around me? How can I be more nurturing to others around me? And 6 is top right. Which areas of my life is more suited with my compassion? Wait, hold on. I have it too enlarged. Which areas of my life is more suited with my compassion? So anyways, I wanted to do this one. And I look up and I see 441 on the ticker. So that erased the little bit of a doubt that I have, because as you may or may not know, 441 is the time that I was born in the morning. So I often see that as one of my significant numerology numbers that just sort of lets me see it when I need to see it. So for whatever reason, this is the one I want to do, Inner Mother Spread. So whether you're a mom or not, you might benefit from this spread. Like I said, you're always mothering shit in your life. But like, I'm really feeling the mama vibes beginning of September. Happy September 1st. We made it to another month. We'll be starting homeschool lessons. There's that. I mean, so many changes in the house, like milestone birthdays and hormones and just a lot of changes. And I told you we have to go to the dentist next week, so I'm like already like banging my head up against the wall about that. And it's like, sometimes it's like I really have to remind myself I can't control everything, and this will be as big of a deal as I make it to be. So a lot of times in my life I got to do that. And I have like a pretty easygoing crew, although my baby bear is a Sagittarius, and it's like, she's bored a lot. So it's like, I don't know, do you have any Sagittariuses in your life? So she keeps me on my toes for sure. But for the most part, I got pretty easy mothering things on my plate. But hey, I know a lot of moms have oh my gosh. I know some mothers that have such a challenging mother experience. I don't even know how they do it. Whether their kids have health issues or behavioral issues or just this like, whoa. So anyways, that's the spread. If you want to hang out, get your deck, make some tea. My stomach's all gurgly. I had celery juice and raw cacao. I have tea on the stove, some throat coat when I'm ready, which I'm ready anytime. So let's do that. We'll get things shuffled and mixed up real good. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll pull all 6 at first today, because it is already 10:19, and we'll pull all 6 cards, and then we'll go back through and just kind of have a look-see, because I do need to go over to Herbal Marie and do some recording. I really got to, you guys. I'm going to start doing some nerdy words over there, and amongst other things. So I got a big old day ahead of me. Let's get our tea and do our affirmations. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Motherwort. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our embracing herb of the week, Motherwort, and I lovingly dedicate them all to you. Thank you so much for your support. I am nurturing. My courage allows me to open my heart. I am fertile. I birth new creations into my life. With calmness and strength, I welcome the never-ending initiation of mothering. I am nurturing. My courage allows me to open my heart. I am fertile. I birth new creations into my life. With calmness and strength, I welcome the never-ending initiation of mothering. And so it is. All right, so yeah, Motherwort is a sweetheart. She's not in this deck today, so we're not going to get her. She's up on display, out of the way, watching over all of us. We had some great cards yesterday about courage and initiation, and Oh my gosh, probably definitely worth me listening to the podcast again. Although a lot of times I do at night before I go to bed, but I did not need any help going to sleep last night. Like sometimes I can't sleep, but last night I read a little bit and I was dang. Because we've been taking a walk in the evenings or afternoons, like whenever we're trying to walk the dogs every day. And we jogged a little bit, really, just to prove to ourselves that most of us do not have cardio. And yeah, I was ready to sleep last night. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give a little tornado spin in my hand. If you haven't done this in a while and you do reversals, like just hold the whole deck and just start twisting until it looks like your deck's a tornado. Like just go down the deck and get them all twisty. Or you can shuffle them all over the table, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do a tornado spin in my hand. And, you know, give it a little slap, and we've cut it and we've shuffled it, but, you know, we'll shuffle a little bit more. Okay, so ready? Are you ready? Let's pull all 6, but I'll read the question so we can, like, focus and let our deck know and, you know, our higher selves know what we want to know, you know? Okay, first one. Remember, this one's going to go on the bottom. Weird placement, but I like it. So the first card is south and the second card will be north. Okay, so let's do number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is my idea of motherhood. See, this, who knows what's going to come through. My idea of motherhood. Whoop! Oh, I literally just threw the whole deck on the floor. Literally just threw the whole deck on the floor. Does that mean that, like, a part of me is, like, exhausted? Let's see. I would guess that my idea of motherhood. All right, I'm just going to let the card come out. I'm going to try not to destroy the deck. My idea of motherhood. Okay. Next card, going up to the North Star. Shadow side of motherhood. What do I need to avoid? Their fathers. All right, shadow side of motherhood. What do I need to avoid? Motherhood. We're talking mother. That one came out pretty easy. Okay. I was shuffling and then I had a card in my hand. I'd shuffle with my eyes closed most of the time. Like a weirdo. Yeah. All right, so now the third card and fourth cards are on the bottom. Okay, so 3 is on the left and 4 is on the right. And they're kind of like diagonal tilted outward a little bit. Okay, as if they're like going up the sides of a heart. So 3 on the left and 4 on the right. 3 is the font is really small. That's the only thing I gotta say. I can hardly read. How can I release the energy of my inner mother? So I got an inner mother. She could step up, take care of business. There it is. How do I release it? Well, it just basically almost slid off my leg down onto the floor. So should come out pretty easy. Okay, the third card that you're pulling right now is how can I release the energy of my inner mother? Okay, and then once you get that, we're going to go over to the right side. Feel free to push pause if you need to. Fourth card, how can I tap into my creative powers? How can I tap into my creative powers? Bring it, bro. How can I tap into my creative powers? This one excites me because I want to tap in more. Okay. All right, so we got your first 4 cards. And you can look at Herb Oracle or what's my thing? Tarot Spread Layout. I can hardly remember that. Tarot Spread Layout. Okay, now 5 and 6 are like, are also left and right, a little bit underneath the north card. Okay, five's on the left and 6 is on the right. 5 is, how can I nurture others around me? How can I nurture others around me? I'd say more hugs, but with teenagers, it's hard to know if that's what they want or not. Okay, how can I nurture others around me? Oh my God, the deck's going crazy. I'm going to go with the top one. And this is just like upright, a little bit below the number 2 middle north card. Okay, and number 6. Yeah, you better go look at the picture because I'm not doing a very good job explaining where these go. All right, last card. Number 6. You could just do these all in a row if you can't figure out what the fuck I'm trying to say. It's Tarot Tuesday. Number 6. Which area of my life is more suited with my compassion? Sleeping? Which area of my life is more suited with my compassion? What a weird question. I don't know even what to expect with this. Okay, but like which area of my life is like the best suited or more suited with my compassion? I don't know, but I got a card for it, so. All right, thank you, Herb Crafters Tarot. That's the deck I use on Tuesdays. Okie doke. As I put the deck away, I see Elder on the bottom for a fire. Oh God, isn't that the truth? Mothering, it's just, you're going to tap into wisdom at some point if you embark on the mothering journey. And wasn't that like the most powerful affirmation with Motherwort, the last one? That's the one that really blew me away this week. With calmness and strength, I welcome the never-ending initiation of mothering. So, yo, mama, do you feel me on this? The never-ending initiation of mothering. And hey, if you don't have human babies, you might have fur babies, you might have your projects, but think of the things that you mother in your life. Now, yeah, mama bears, this hits home. It's like the initiation never stops. The never-ending initiation of mothering. So the things that you love in your life and you take care of, it is truly never-ending. Okay, so anyways, that one was real powerful. Okay, you ready? Am I ready? All right, here's our first card. It's the one at the bottom, at the south, the little southy point. And yeah, this is definitely kind of a heartsy shape. I can see this. It's real cute. And I love, there's a vintage lady on the side. Now, this was a very wide spread, so I had to chop it off so it'd fit in the square Instagram placement. But it is very cool. Inner Mother Spread. That's what we're doing today. The Inner Mother Spread. Okay, so hey, we'll just pull the cards, and if nothing else, we might have a laugh. These cards are beautiful. They give great advice, whether it's relevant or not. I always say that when I'm nervous to see what I've pulled, but for the most part, things hit home here, don't they? Like, so far I've been impressed, but part of me is also waiting for the Tarot Tuesday where I'm like, sorry guys, that was a dud. Today was just a 100% dud. I'm still waiting for that day, but it hasn't happened yet because, like, tarot is amazing. Okay, on that note, number 1, you ready? My idea of motherhood. I'm excited to hear what you pulled too. Let me know by tagging me in your posts at Herb Oracle. Okay, my idea of motherhood. I got reversed cinnamon, 7 of fire. Okay, this means nothing to me off the bat except that, like, it's reversed. Like, if you got a reversed card for your idea of motherhood, regardless of what it is, isn't that funny? Like the fire is burning downward in this card. This is the card that has the cinnamon sticks and the lime. And there's like a rosary type of necklace with a skull. There's the Curandera book. There's some Aztec. There's probably like the Mayan calendar that said like life was supposed to end at some point. This is my idea of motherhood. The Seven of Fire. Cinnamon. All right. So this card is Answer the Call of the Ancients. Seek vision from the ancestors. Take a stand for your whole authentic self. So, the only thing that jumps out to me, like as we're answering or showing my idea of motherhood, is it is reversed. So maybe, my idea of motherhood is that I have to, or I've had to give up a lot of myself, my authentic. See, it says, take a stand for your whole authentic self. Mothers, let's just be honest here. How many times have we bypassed our own needs for our children's? It's like, or we've had to like redefine ourselves because we're a mother now, or you know what I mean? Or I don't have time. Oh, today, too much laundry, too much cleaning, too much butt wiping, too much running around. I don't have time for myself today. I don't have time to tap into the ancients, right? Like I don't have time to have a cup of cinnamon tea. The hell you don't, you do, right? But how many times did we think that we didn't, right? A lot of us are older now and we know better. But it's like, are you neglecting making time for vision seeking, right? So this is my idea of motherhood. Let's see what else I could say. Stand up for who you are. Claim your sovereign path. Your foremothers will give you direction. Be assertive and bold in the expression of the true self. However, it's reversed. So I feel like my tarot, is always going to try to call me out. So I feel like it's saying, are you expressing yourself? Are you being who you truly are? Do your kids like really know who you are, or did you like have to put on the Mary Poppins mask? Not that I am not a great Mary Poppins, because I truly am. But like, did you ever get a night all by yourself? Like, I mean, nobody else in the house but you. I don't know about you, but I am totally apparently different when I am completely alone. And maybe just a little bit. Maybe it was that maiden night that it was really apparent to me. But like, at some point in our mothering, we have to say like, okay, am I just playing the role of the mother, or am I really being like who I actually am, with or without kids? You know what I mean? Like, are you being authentic? Okay, and are you still giving yourself like permission to tap into your ancestors? So anyways, cinnamon does say boost your day with firepower. Use extra cinnamon in your breakfast. So like, I do just love like the fact that like just with the imagery alone, my idea of motherhood, and there is like a fire, an upside down flaming fire. I don't know. It's still just so funny because it is upside down. So like those cinnamon sticks should fall out. The mortar and pestle, it's like, it is Mary Poppins. Remember that part in the movie where she goes to visit her uncle or something, and they like walk in and she's like, "Uncle, get off the ceiling," right? Like he had taken like, or he had a laughing spell, and when he laughs, like he starts floating up in the air. Do you remember this? I think it's in the movie, but maybe it's only in the books. But no, it's in the movie. It's in the movie. The books are definitely different. But anyways, like all this stuff, it's like impossible. This is an impossible scene. How is this stuff not falling off the upside down table? So anyways, that is definitely, I guess, my idea of motherhood. Maybe like it, like maybe it is like, because like I do pretty much have like a good, easy old time, and things do go smoothly, like really 90 whatever % of the time. And And yeah, I guess I do have that good motherhood or mothering attitude that if I came in and everybody was upside down on the ceiling, you know, and I'd probably, or floating to the ceiling, like, right, having a floating tea party, I would just laugh and float up and join them. So I do want to give myself a pat on the back for that. Bat on the bat. Is there a bat referencing coming in? The necklace is very interesting to me. It's a rosary, but it has a skull face on it. And there is a book of healing arts, the Curanderissimo. So, I mean, my idea of motherhood, too, has definitely been a healing journey with myself and my little bears, you know, and I'm more than happy to help them and, you know, connect. All right, let's move on to the second card. It's the one up at the top. Shadow side of motherhood. What do I need to avoid? Let's just see what it is. Wow, before we take a little break here. Shadow side of motherhood. What do I need to avoid? This is the one way up at the top. Number 2. Can I get it flipped over? I need to avoid rosemary. It's the Curandura of air. We just saw her because I guess we just had rosemary. Did we just have rosemary as our herb of the week? It wasn't last week because we did oats. It was the week before. Okay, I was like, why have I seen this card recently? Because we just had our rosemary as our herb of the week. Curandura of air is my shadow side. Okay. What do I need to avoid? What do I need to avoid? See, this deck is so positive. Sometimes it's hard to like see a negative message in any of the cards. Let's see. The Curandura of air. She knows the medicine of rosemary, enhances cognitive function. Her mind is sharp and quick, but she talks very little. She's a wonderful listener. She says, tell me more. People are drawn to her honesty. What am I supposed to avoid? Being too much of a counselor? Or thinking that I know everything? Right? I don't know. Being too honest? Let's see. Tell a story. Avoid telling stories because I'm terrible at it. Are we getting our dud? Enhance your memory. Inspire your writing. Okay, so the key words for Curandura of air is adopt a story and pass it on. Remember this? With a pen, song, or brush, tell your story. What is remembered lives. But this is shadow side of motherhood. What do I need to avoid? I would say the only thing that I can get from this Curandura of air is possibly holding on to stories that no longer serve, right? Or the scary ones or bad ones in my head, or the ones that like maybe I'm not proud of as a mother, or you know, what do I need to avoid? Holding on and repeating stories that don't serve me. I don't know. The Curandura of air is like really, really collected and calm. Like actually, like if this is as bad as my shadow side gets with my inner mother spread, I'd say I'm doing pretty damn good. And I am a good mom. So maybe like there really isn't like too much to like complain about or like share about like when it comes to my shadow side. If anything, I maybe could be like a little bit like the Curandura of air only speaks when she has something meaningful to offer. Like, so I mean, that's maybe not always a good thing with kids, you know, like maybe you should just be a little more chatty with your children or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about this one. But mostly I think it's pretty good. She's honest. She's a wonderful listener. I think I think basically what this boils down to is, I'm pretty damn close to being Mary Poppins. All right, let's move on to 3 and 4. These are our bottom cards, left and right. 3 is how can I release the energy of my inner mother? How can I release the energy of my inner mother? Okay, so it's like, on the one hand, I got an 18-year-old, and it's like, All right, I guess we're pretty much done with that one, right? But then I have an 11 and a half and 13-year-old daughters. And so I've almost like been thinking to myself lately, like, okay, now I really need to put my energy more into them. Like I'm really not like done with, like, I think I'm done with homeschool because like we're done pretty much this year with my son, you know, but it's really not time to like check out and stop being a parent yet. You should not do that with teenage girls, right? Like you should still you should still be there. So how can I release the energy of my inner mother? Because I want to like definitely like stay on the job, okay? And guess what? Strength is coming in. Garlic. That's so funny. This week we had garlic toast last night. I reminded my girls to take their garlic pill. It's just a teeny tiny little soft gel, but doesn't it make such a difference with their skin and stuff? So anyways, garlic will definitely give me the strength that I need. I get garlic all the time, don't I? To, you know, how do I release the energy of my inner mother? Well, I've got to get strong. It's like, that's why you get up before your kids in the morning. You know, that's why you try to stay a couple steps ahead of them, you know, like be a leader. You don't have to be a bossy bitch, but like, you know, be on top of the game, be aware, be strong, be able to handle them, be able to keep up with them. Like when we've been taking walks, like, man, their legs are, I mean, 2 out of 3 of my children are taller than me now. Like I gotta definitely like work to keep up a little bit. And I can see that like me picking up an exercise routine now as I'm 40 mother trucking too is a good idea, you know, to benefit me over the next, well, for the rest of my life really, but especially the next 10 years and beyond. So garlic says, to answer the question, how can I release the energy of my inner mother? Garlic says, lead with a bold, kind heart. Lead with a bold, kind heart. Gentle healing builds resilience. And be sweetheart. Power sweetened is strength unmatched. So on this card, we see the heart-shaped blob of honeycomb with the honey starting to ooze out the bottom of it. You know, garlic honey is so delicious, and that's one way to sweetly get all that powerful medicine in you. And it just is here to remind us as mothers, you know, we can be kind and still be powerful. And we don't have to like be such a bossy, sarcastic, rude bitch. And I'm saying that because, you know, once like your kids get older and they've got those teenager hormones and they're like laying it on pretty thick with the sass, like sometimes like you want to like fight fire with fire. You know, and like looking at that cinnamon card now, that fire is reversed. You know, it's like I would suggest it's probably better for us as mothers to, instead of putting out like our fire or trying to stomp out their fire or fight fire with fire, we need to be smart and just direct our fire within ourselves so that we can maintain this really strong and kind. And like the curandura vere, the rosemary, you know, she's wise enough to like maybe take a step back and be the observer and kind of know what's going on, and just be able to get that broader perspective. But how can I release the energy of my inner mother? Garlic, baby. Garlic, garlic, garlic. Be courageous. Use your inner fire. Meet any adversity with inner fire. Strengthen your heart. Definitely increase your stamina. Like physically, we want to be able to keep up with mothering. You have the power to persevere. But how else can we release the energy of the inner mother? Cultivate reliable habits that enhance vitality. Drink some garlic tea or broth to heat up the body, and step into your power. But remember, a compassionate approach is powerful. Being compassionate is powerful, And that's the best way to release energy sweetly. Release that powerful energy so, so sweetly. So that if you do come across difficult inner mother times ahead, you're going to have the strength and power to do so. So we do have so far really powerful herbs: rosemary, cinnamon, garlic. Wow. All right, let's hop over to number 4. It says, how can I tap into my creative power? So I feel like all the herbs right now are like warming, powerful. Rosemary is like wake up and be aware. These are fantastic herbal allies for mothering and nurturing your inner mother. But now this 4th card is going to answer the question, how can I tap into my creative powers? Pine. I get again with the pine. So funny. So here we have another fire. More fire. More fire for the inner mother spread. This is an outside fire. Pine is the 6 of earth. This has the like pine cones with the little pieces of paper tied with red string. I don't know if you've seen this card before. I have. It's all about. Let me see here. How can I tap into my creative powers? Well, Pine says, ground yourself in community. Mothers, you don't need to be completely on your own. You know, mothering support and play dates and hangouts and chit chats, those are good for you. Share your resources. Your generosity will circle back to you. The soul remains evergreen. So how can I tap into my creative powers? Share your resources. Ground yourself in community. If you want more creative powers, then you need to give it an outlet to flow, just like electricity. Like if you want more electricity to be flowing through the plug, plug it in somewhere, right? Ground yourself in community. So interesting that the question is, how can I tap into my creative powers? And the answer is to share with friends. Support each other in times of plenty and lack, and celebrate what you have. Celebrate what you have. We've got that message of the evergreen, the everlasting, all is good, being gracious and generous and full. Pine is a very, an essence where it's like honor and sacredness, and really be thankful for the people and the land and everything that you have. So how can I tap into my creative powers? By gathering the community together and teaching what you know. And just recognizing the bounty in your life and looking for ways to share your abundance with others. So as you share your abundance, it's like stoking the fire, right? So much fire and air in this inner mother spread so far. I would say that there is a lot of power here. We do have to strengthen and renew and regenerate ourselves and take care of ourselves and tap into the sacred and ground ourselves and make time to have our tea and things like that. But it's like, you know what? The more that we do that, then the more energy we create. So if we want to tap into our creative powers, then share your resources and share what you know. And if you need a mama boost, an inner mother boost, let's connect with other people that are kind of pretty much in the same boat as you, that you could share resources with, ideas, stories, laughter, energy. Get more energy flowing. As I drink my tea and put my head back and close my eyes, and pretty much I would be able to fall asleep right now. I'd be able to fall back asleep as we're talking about power and getting the energy flow. Hey, that's a smart mama move, right? When you have that baby, you sleep when the baby's sleeping. I mean, I'm telling you what, you just gotta rest and take care of you. And then you'll find your footing and get more energy. All right, we're doing the inner mother spread. And we're down to the last two cards, 5 and 6. So top left and then top right. 5 says, how can I nurture others around me? And 6 says, which area of my life is more suited with my compassion? Do I have compassion? There was a time that I totally wondered if I actually did have any. You know, I am kind of, I am stinging nettles. Yeah, we've talked about this. But I'll tell you what, having children definitely softened me, made me a lot less selfish of a human being, incredibly less. And yeah, motherhood was amazing for me, is amazing. But like just the process of one day not being a mother and then, you know, becoming a mother, whoa, it really does change you. Truly, it does. I mean, you can still take time to be who you want to be, you know, but yeah, it's a big game changer. All right, 5 and 6. How can I nurture others around me? How can I nurture others around me? We've got lavender reversed, 4 of air. So does that mean that maybe we haven't been, or I haven't been? Lavender, 4 of air. Okay, let's see what she says. 4 of air, going back a little bit in the book to lavender, 4 of air. She says, withdraw behind borders, calm the mind, the body and mind, pause to cherish the present moment. So how can I nurture others around me? Well, I got this reversed because I think it's saying, okay, you already have withdrawn behind borders. Like, trust us. If anyone knows how to retreat, it's you, Sadie. Right. So I think it's probably, when I'm pairing this up with the 6 of earth, that's diagonal down diagonally to it, you know, it's, that card was telling me to get into community and to connect. And how can I nurture others around me more? Well, be around them. How can you nurture them? Be around them, honey. Be in the same room with them. You know, be calm when you're with them. And really just, I think, yeah, pause to cherish the present moment. You know, just spend more time with the people that are important to you, that you're mothering or nurturing, and just be with them. Absolutely. Like, it's not that you shouldn't, like with that cinnamon reversed, you know, we first got that first message, like I felt like you should take time for yourself. Absolutely. And lavender also says you should take time for yourself, but because it's reversed, it's like also saying, make sure that you're giving enough time to other people or taking more present moments with them as well, you know? So it's like really definitely like, how can you nurture others around you? Be with them. Yeah, just literally be with them. Take a break with the 4 of air and be with them calmly, you know, and just be. Yeah, just be with them. That's all I can think. All right, last card. Which areas of my life is more suited with my compassion? I was like, I'm curious about this because it's such a weird question. It is a weird question, isn't it? Like weird in the fact that like, I'm like, oh, what would that mean for me? It's reversed too, of course. White sage, 5 of air. Okay, literally, the top 3 cards are air, and yeah, we have earth and fire, and garlic, which is earthy fire, on the bottom. So breathe, right? I mean, we got lavender, rosemary, and now we're ending with white sage. All this air, breathing, breathing, breathing. Now, the question is, which area of my life is more suited with my compassion? The 5s are kind of about threat, conflict, and adversity. And white sage says, long-held beliefs may not be rooted in reality. Refuse to go along with the crowd. Believe the threatened, oppressed ones. So which areas of my life is more suited with my compassion? A spiritual crisis challenges long-held belief. Though your conscience pulls at you, you are reluctant to let go of your opinions. Rise to the challenge. Accept the truth. Let's see. White sage is teaching us to protect what is holy. It rids the air of toxins, but it is also a valued medicinal. Clear the path. Listen to others and make room for healing. Seek a solution that is beneficial to all. So which area of my life is more suited with my compassion? Well, I feel like, it is, sage to me is such like a warrior, clearing, take no prisoners almost, like, so even though like a lot of times I am a little tough cookie, a little rough around the edges at times, we could definitely I could definitely put that to use if someone is threatened or oppressed, or if someone is trying, to, my children follow their own path. I can't even tell you how many times I've literally had to step in and intervene, even a loving relative from crossing the line with too much questioning and bantering and indoctrinationing. It's like, what are you doing in school? What do you want to do with the rest of your life? What are you doing with yourself, right? Many, many times, I've had to clear the air, because it's people don't realize how they're always trying to conform everybody. The conformed are trained to continue conforming. That's how it works, right? The Mr. Smiths of the Matrix. People don't even realize it, that they do it. So yeah, sometimes, I've had to use my mothering strength compassionately but strongly to really either end a conversation or put somebody in their place or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So one time, it's one of my aunts is like, well, how are your kids doing in school? Are they keeping up? Are they keeping up with public school kids? We get a lot of that. And it's really sometimes, so you can always either say yeah, absolutely. Or sometimes you might just be in the mood to say, oh my goodness, absolutely. I try my best every day to dumb them down so that they are keeping up and they are as stupid as the public school kids, right? So it's that seems rude, to public school kids, but if you can see the joke in it, that it's people always assume homeschoolers are behind, right? Have you talked to a public school kid lately? They're not pumping out geniuses. Trust me. So it's for someone to be are your kids keeping up? You mean keeping down? You mean so anyways, what's the question? Which area of my life is more suited with my compassion? Standing up, I would say. I think white sage is kind of saying making sure that we do lovingly and compassionately refuse to go along with the crowd. So it's I guess that's what area of my life is more suited with my compassion. If I can learn to do that in a compassionate way, to be able to stand up for my little people who are not going with the crowd, right? So anyways, interesting card spread. If you do it, let me know how that goes for you. We started with the first card, my idea of motherhood. We got cinnamon. The shadow side of my motherhood was rosemary. How can I release the energy of my inner mother? Garlic. How can I tap into my creative powers? Pine. How can I nurture others around me? Lavender. And which area of my life is more suited with my compassion? White sage. So what I love about all these herbal allies is like we're doing the inner mother spread, and don't we get basic, accessible herbs, strong herbs, cleansing herbs, healing herbs, powerful, practical herbs, right? We basically get like herbs that you can clean with, that are culinary, that you can eat, that you can enjoy, that make the house smell good, that purify the air, that release negativity. I mean, most of these would make a really great incense or a cleaning vinegar. Like, how many are these in thieves' vinegar? Very interesting that, I mean, out of 78 cards, out of a tarot deck of herbs, we get really, really like down to earth, practical, useful, accessible herbs when it comes to the inner mother spread. Dang. So on that note, shout out to all your inner mothers. Shout out to the things you're nurturing and loving in your life. Yes, practical herbs, clean sheets, a good looking pair of socks, new underwear, all of the amazing things of motherhood, right? A shirt that doesn't have baby spit on it, a good night's sleep, a weekly shower. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks to Ophelia Psychic Tarot for the inner mother spread. Sorry for chopping up and making crazy your name, but that's just what I do. I loved all the questions and cards, and it really did kind of get me, I don't know, at least focus on being a mom and tapping into my inner mama power and putting it to good use and knowing my priorities and my intentions, and yeah, just enjoying and making the best of and being in the now present moment with the things that I love and want to nurture. And yeah, I do. I'm very blessed to have 3 little bears, and I love being a mother. And I love nurturing everything in my life, all the things that I birth, with motherwort, my creations and my projects. And it's like there are many, many things to mother, and we didn't really talk about it, but mothering yourself too, right? All these herbs came in under that umbrella without it even being said. Take care of yourself, be strong, make time for you, know who you are, share your knowledge, clear the air, breathe, and put some lavender on your pits. All right, you guys, so much love. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to manifest more patience, the perfect mothering thing for everyone. And I have a great story about that. I'll tell you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.